Thanks, babe. Okay, so today is the 21st. I'm going to write down our goal. Even though it's 2 days, I know, let's still write a goal. Maybe your goal needs to be to work on your project for these 2 days that we have. Okay, even though your project is not due until January the 6th, but you can still get some stuff in. Okay, so maybe that's your goal, or maybe your goal is your iReady project. Your iReady project is coming up soon. That's December the 2nd. So that's here faster than the other. So you might need to work. You might need to work on iReady. Yes, baby. After that, it's all online. The dates are online as to when the next one starts. But yes, the answer to your question is yes. Yes, the past the 3 lessons. Yeah. Okay. All right, so my goal for this week is to make sure that I get through. I did not finish or even get to start arithmetic sequences. So I really want to make sure that I cover that along with explicit and recursive. That's my goal. Okay, so arithmetic sequences is my goal. Your goal could be, of course, to complete your project and work on iReady. I'm going to pause for the calls to give you a second, and then we're going to write down what we're going to do tonight. Yes, baby. Work on project, work on iReady.
Do you want to be the ones you assigned us?
Yes, at least do 2 of the ones that I assigned. The other one can be on your track, or you can do all 3. It doesn't matter as long as you get 3 done and at least do 2 of mine.
Okay.
The second, all the dates are on Canvas. Please go and look at those dates. Please, babe. Please take out your interactive notebook. The last page that we completed was on sequences, but we did not get to finish the sequences notes. So we're going to finish that at this time, pause, and wait for everybody to get back to that page. That's page 12, second quarter, page 12. All right, small recap of what we talked about on Thursday. Small, just remembering what we talked about Thursday. We talked about sequences. We said that a sequence is an order or a pattern in which way numbers are displayed in. We talked about 2 different sequences so far. I'm going to give you a third one, but the 2 that we talked about is an arithmetic sequence. That is where you add or subtract the same number to get the next number, okay? And that same number that's being added or subtract is called your common difference, D, okay? And then we did some examples there, and we talked about the letter that we use for common difference is D. We also talked about arithmetic sequences being very linear because you're using the same number to get to the next number each and every single time. Geometric sequences. All right, this is where we left off with geometric sequences. A geometric sequence is when you multiply the same number to get the next number. And we always write that same number, the common ratio, in terms of multiplication. All right, we said if we're dividing by 2 to get to the next number, you write your common ratio is 1/2 because dividing by 2 is the same as multiplying by half. Miranda, what's your question, baby? Thursday. Thursday. Yeah. Friday, remember I wasn't here Friday.
Oh, yeah.
So if you missed Thursday's notes, you need to go back to Canvas and watch Thursday's notes.
We had a worksheet, but she didn't give us a worksheet.
That's neither here nor there. I want to move on. Yes, babe.
For the geometric sequence,
Mm-hmm.
when we write it, we say when you multiply order by or just multiply?
Multiply, just multiply. Because we're always that's a very good question. You're going to say multiply, not divide, because you're always going to write it in terms of multiplication. Okay? So we're going to say multiplication. We're going to say multiply. All right, and then we did some examples there. And what we'll learn is that where arithmetic sequence are linear, okay, they have a linear relationship. It's going to form a straight line if we were to graph those numbers. Geometric sequences are going to be exponential, and we'll learn more about exponential functions later on. But here along the side, just like I did with linear, I'm going to put exponential. Okay. That's where you multiply to get to the next number in a sequence or pattern. All right, and we'll go more in depth about that one a little bit later. I'll pause for the calls. Please make sure that you write this down. Give you a chance to write. So again, Fibonacci sequence is a series of numbers in which each number is the sum of the two previous numbers. We're going to do some examples, and I think that you're going to find this one very, very easy. All right, let's do some examples. Okay. All right, let's suppose that my first number is 1. So I'm going to infer or assume that the number before it is 0. Well, now let's do 1 plus 0 is what? 1. Then what's 1 plus 1? 2. Look at my pencil. What is 2 plus 1? 3. Look at my pencil. You're going to pick it up one of these days. Look at my pencil. What's 3 plus 2? 5. Look at my pencil. What's 5 plus 3? 8. Look at my pencil. What's 8 plus 5? What is Miss Reyes doing?
You're adding the two numbers before the last number.
Very good. I'm adding the two previous numbers, these two current numbers together to get the next number. So I'm going to add 13 plus 8. What's 13 plus 8?
21.
21. Okay. Then I add 21 plus 13. What's that? What's 21 plus 13? 34. Okay. And so on and so forth. Okay. All right. I'm going to pause for the calls, give you a chance to write. We're going to do another one. All right. Let's do a second example. Okay. The second number, let's try 3. I'm going to assume that the number before it is 0. What is 3 plus 0? It is 3. Good job, y'all. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, look, 3 plus 3 is what?
6.
Then 6 plus 3 is what?
9.
Then 9 plus 6. And I want to, it's 15. So now I want you to give me the next 3 numbers, okay? I want you to do that part on your own and just give me what you think the next 3 numbers would be. I'm going to pause for the calls. All right, what did I get for the next number? 24. How'd you get 24? 9 plus 15. Okay.
One number off.
Use one number off. All right. What do we get for the next number? 30. How do you get 39? Add 24 and what? 15. What's the next number? 63. How'd you get 63?
I got 75.
Very good. Okay. Raise your hand if you got them all right. Okay. Good. Anybody need another example? James, you need another one? Okay. All right. So now I want you to tell me what these sequences are. Okay. Is it a geometric sequence? Is it a Fibonacci? Or is it an arithmetic sequence? Y'all ready? Do some examples. Yes. So how you gonna just write down the word? You ain't gonna have nothing to look at when you have your toilet time, right? No, right. Shh.
Oh, dang it. Oh, it's perfect.
I like that sound though, honestly. Shh. The first one is a geometric sequence because you're multiplying geometric. It's a geometric sequence because your common ratio is equal to what? What number are you multiplying by?
2.
Okay, somebody different? What kind of sequence? Noah? This is an arithmetic sequence. Why is this one an arithmetic sequence? What's going to be your common difference here? Go ahead. What was you going to say? Not 2.
Subtract -2.
A -2.
Yeah. -2 is -2.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Number 3. Abdul, this is a geometric. Why is this a geometric sequence? All right. And so your common ratio is what? 1/3. Okay. And what's number 4? Fibonacci. Why is this Fibonacci?
Because you're adding the previous number to
You-
the previous number.
Very good. Well put. You're adding the 2 previous numbers to get the next number. Excellent job. Okay, I'm going to pause for the calls, and then we're going to work on arithmetic sequences, okay? Here we go. We're doing page 13. We're doing arithmetic sequences, right? All right, as soon as we finish with this, I want to go over your project, make sure that you know the first steps again, and then give you a little bit of time to work on that. So if you hadn't started yet, then you need to make sure that you start. I don't need you to wait till the last minute to start working on that, because it does take time. It's a long project. You have plenty of time, but you don't need to wait till the last minute. All right, ready? Yes. Remember, I said you can decide. Either you want to do it on poster board or you want to put it in a booklet. That's up to you. What do you mean? You just glue the pages on a poster board. You're all right. Shh. If you put it on poster board, you're going to have to draw it. Yeah. All right, guys, it's a project. Come on. All right, y'all have done projects before, I hope.
How many grades?
No, stop asking me these ridiculous questions. I hate that it comes on you and then I start. Please stop. I don't want to answer questions about the project because I want to get this page done, because I know we're going to be behind my other class. All right. Arithmetic sequences is a sequence where you have to add to get to the next number. So now, how do you find add or subtract? Add or subtract. Okay, so now we need to find, how do we find the nth term? So this is finding the nth term. There's a formula that you use to find the nth term. And this is the formula. Okay, you might be finding the 6th number in the list, the 80th number in the list, the 100th number in the list. Obviously, if it's more than 7 times, you don't want to keep having to do the same thing every single time to get to 100. You need to be able to plug the number in that you're trying to find to get an answer for the 100th number in the list. There's no way that we would even have the time to find the 100th number in the list by keep repeating the pattern. Okay, so there is a formula for finding the nth term. Why do they say nth term, Ms. Reyes? Because it could be the 7th number, could be the 8th number, could be the 20th number, could be the 50th number. Nth term is just talking about what term are we looking for in that pattern. All right, so this is the formula. We got A sub n is equal to A sub n minus 1 plus n minus 1 times d. And I'm going to tell you what each of these letters and things mean. A. All right, so this is how this goes. You got your A, lowercase big, but big A, A sub n. This is the term. N is the term that you are looking for. Okay? N is the term that you are looking for. Shh. Again, N is the term that you are looking for. N is the term that you are looking for. So if you are looking for the 6th number in the list, I replace N with 6.
So what's A? What is A? Like, what is
That's just a number that's a part of the list.
it?
D is your common ratio. Common difference. Sorry, y'all. Tongue tied. Shh. And this is actually going to be A sub 1. Sorry. Yep.
I need to text my sister at the basketball game. She's gonna take me out.
Oh, where's your stuff? Where's it? Okay, get it and go outside, babe. All right, yeah, I'm sorry I messed up on that one. A sub 1 is the first number that's in the list. The big lowercase a is just numbers that are in the list. Okay? That is correct. All right, I'm going to pause, make sure you have this written, and then I'm going to explain how to use the formula. All right, so let's suppose that I have a list that looks like this, okay? Let's use a very simple one. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, okay? This is an arithmetic sequence. Why? You're adding 2 to get to the next number that's in the list, okay? All right, so in this list, my common difference is what? Say again. It's positive 2, right? Why is it a positive 2? Because you're adding 2. Very good. You're going up by 2 every single time. Questions about how to find the common difference? Okay. All right, so now let's look at numbers. This is my A sub 1 because this is the first number in the list. This is my A sub 2 because this is the second number in the list. This is my A sub what? This is my A sub 3. What's this? My A sub 4. What's this? My A sub 5. What's this? This is my A sub 6. Any questions? Anybody lost? Where you lost at? We just found D. D is how, what are we going up by every time, babe? That's it. You said it. You told me that's what you go up by. Yeah, you said it. I'm gonna pause so you can write. All right, so now look. Let's look for the 50th term in the list. Find A sub 50. Do you see that? That is finding the 50th number in the list. So everywhere I see N, I'm gonna put 50. Any questions about what Miss Reyes is saying? What's your question?
Oh, wait.
Oh, you sure?
I thought you said did you get it?
Oh, gotcha. So now in here, we're finding the 50th number in the list. N is 50. How do we know we're finding the 50th number in the list? Because it says A sub 50. Find the 50th number in the list. So I'm going to rewrite the formula. All right, so let's substitute. We're going to put 50 in the place of n. So we're finding the 50th number in the list. What's the first number in the list? 2. Plus, what's n again? What's n? 50. Minus 1 times, what's my common difference? 2. So now I use order of operations to solve this. Order of operations tells me to do what first? What's inside the parentheses. So I'm going to say 2 plus, what's inside the parentheses? What is this? 50 minus 1, which is what? Now what do we do next? We multiply times 2 here. What is 49 times 2? Okay. Yeah, babe. Yeah, go ahead. No, wait. Don't mess with him. All right. 49 times 2. What's 49 times 2? 98. Then what do we do last? What are we going to do with it? Add 2 to it. So what does that give us? 100. So the 50th number in the list is what? 100. That's the 50th number in the list.
Is this like how you just plug in the value?
Yep. Oops, I said less, Lord. Any questions?
Yeah, I have one question.
Go ahead. Look at you correcting yourself. Go ahead, baby cheeks.
How do you know which number to plug in for which?
Okay, so let's go through that one more time, okay? So do you see how it says it's either going to say find the 50th number in the list, or it's going to say find A sub 50, or whatever number you're trying to find. If it says either one, you know that n is equal to 50. It may tell you that n is equal to 75 or 100 or whatever. But that's what n is. Whatever term they're looking for, that's n. Do you understand how to find n? They're going to give you a couple numbers. They at least have to give you 3 numbers for you to pick up on a pattern. Okay? So the 3 numbers that they give you, the first number they give you is A sub 1. That's the first number in the list. Does that make sense? Okay? So that's how I get A sub 1. The first number in the list is 2. Okay? N, you already have n. Bring down the minus 1. It's a part of the formula. Your common difference, look at the pattern. See how much is going up or down by. If it's going down by 5, then D is negative 5. If it's going up by 3, then D is positive 3. That's how you plug in your D. Now you use order of operations to find your answer. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, so now we're going to do some examples. Okay, and we're going to paste this on page 13 as well. Allie, sit up, baby cheeks. All right, so now we're going to rewrite the formula for number 1. A sub n is equal to the A sub 1. We're going to add n minus 1 times the common difference. You ready? Okay, I'm going to pause for the calls then, babe. All right, so what term are they wanting you to find here? So we got A sub 63 is the number that we're looking for, the 63rd number in the list. What's the first number in the list? What's A sub 1? Negative 11. Any questions about how I know that negative 11 is the first number in the list? Okay. Plus, what are we going to plug in for n? No.
I'm at 63.
63. N is 63. That's the term that we're looking for. 63. Minus 1 times, is it going up or going down? It's going up. What is it going up by?
3.
It's going up by 3. So your common difference, or your D here, is equal to what number? 3. So order of operations. Okay, I'm going to just type this in under one little swoop. I have negative 11 plus, in parentheses, I have 60. That's going to be 60 what? 2,
Where'd you
right?
get minus 1 from?
It's a part of the formula.
Oh, okay.
It's a part of the formula. And then we have times what number? 3. Please type it in.
So when we write the equation, right, and it has
The formula. When you write the formula.
Yeah, the formula.
Yeah, go ahead.
And A, when it says A equals the A in like the first part, is the regular formula, right?
Yes,
And so we would when it says 63rd term, we put 63 right there.
that is correct.
Okay.
63 is in.
Okay, so then the next one would be the same thing.
It'll be the same thing. Just, yeah.
So what about like A1? We would put the first term?
The first number. Yes, the first number.
Okay. That makes more sense.
Okay.
So it's kind of like set up like columns.
It is.
Okay.
Okay, so what does this give you when you type this in, or when you use order of operations? What did you get there? Okay. All right, so let's do this one. Write the formula.
So we do 88 times 4 and then plus negative 8?
Yeah, use order of operations. Parentheses first. Multiplication. Add the negative 8. If you're doing it pencil and paper, or just type it all in the calculator at the same time. All right, A sub n. We got your first number plus n minus 1 times the common difference. What term are we looking for? What's my n? We're looking for the 56th number in the list. What's the first number in the list? Negative 10. Plus, what's n? So we got 56 minus 1. Is this going up or down? What is it going up by? 1. Positive 1. All right, so let's type it in and see what we get. We got negative 10. We got plus. We got 55. Then we got times 1. And what does that give us?
45.
So the 56th number in the list is 45. Okay, can y'all do the others on your own?
No.
Yes, you can.
Just try it.
All right, so let's do the others on your own, please.
Just try it. You'll like it.